July 29, 2024. What was supposed to be a joyful, Taylor Swift-themed dance workshop for young girls at the Heart Space in Southport turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. Laughter and music were replaced by screams, as Axel Rudakubana, then just 17, unleashed a brutal knife attack, leaving 3 young girls dead and many others wounded. The chilling details surrounding this tragic day have only grown more disturbing as further charges surface against Rudakubana, now accused of possessing Ricin, one of the world's deadliest toxins. A peaceful seaside town was shaken to its core that day. The community gathered in horror as details of the massacre emerged. 3 young lives, ages 6, 7, and 9, Bebe King, Elsie Stancombe, and Alice da Silva Aguiar, were taken in an instant, leaving families, friends, and an entire community shattered. 8 other children suffered severe injuries, with 5 in critical condition, as 2 brave adults fought desperately to protect them, sustaining life-threatening injuries themselves. Axel Rudakubana, who seemed like any other teenager from Lancashire, was soon arrested, but the nightmare for the community had only begun. As investigators scoured Rudakubana's life and home for answers, the story took a darker turn. In his room, police discovered not just evidence related to the attack, but materials that pointed to an unsettling, potentially premeditated level of danger. Among these were traces of ricin, a poison so deadly that a single dose can kill within days, causing the organs to systematically shut down. According to the UK Health Security Agency, the presence of ricin was confirmed by government scientists who conducted thorough tests, raising fears of the unknown risks it posed. If inhaled or ingested, ricin leads to severe breathing difficulties, uncontrollable vomiting, and diarrhea, ultimately causing organ failure. Fortunately, health officials clarified that there was no evidence of any ricin exposure during the dance event, nor was the public at large at risk. However, the very presence of this toxin in Rudakubana's possession raised alarming questions about his intentions. Then came an even more shocking revelation. A PDF file titled Military Studies in the Jihad Against the Tyrants. The Al-Qaeda training manual was also found. This manual is notorious for its teachings on guerrilla warfare tactics, bomb making, and other terrorist strategies. Authorities were now looking at more than just a tragic stabbing. They were staring into a potential act of terror. Chief Constable Serena Kennedy announced that Rudakubana would face additional charges under the Biological Weapons Act 1974. Specifically for the production of a biological toxin, namely ricin. He was also charged under the Terrorism Act 2000 for possessing materials likely to be useful to a person committing or preparing an act of terrorism. The terror implications were undeniable. The police clarified, however, that officially classifying it as a terrorist act would require a motive that connected these materials to his deadly actions that day. The news rippled through Southport and beyond. Grieving families and horrified parents gathered at the makeshift memorials, laying flowers, lighting candles, and comforting one another in hushed whispers. They demanded answers, wondering how a young man with no known criminal past could harbor such deadly intentions. The broader public, fueled by misinformation and fear, began to spread rumors that Rudakubana was an asylum seeker. This unfounded claim sparked waves of far-right riots across the UK, with individuals wrongly associating the tragic event with the issue of immigration. But as the investigations continued, it was revealed that Rudakubana was born in Cardiff, Wales, a detail that shifted the narrative yet again. Despite this, nearly 400 people were arrested in connection with the riots that had swept the country, driven by a collective wave of anger, sorrow, and confusion. Tomorrow, Rudakubana will appear via video link at Westminster Magistrates Court to face these latest charges, and the case continues to evolve. Authorities and the court now hold the weight of bringing justice to the families and community. The legal system's ability to handle such complex cases of mass violence, combined with potential terror charges, has drawn national attention, with each new detail adding to the story's weight. The inquest into the deaths of Bebe King, Elsie Stancombe, and Alice da Silva Aguiar is set to begin, as the courts meticulously review the evidence and weigh Rudakubana's fate. Many hope that through the process, a semblance of justice might emerge. though nothing can truly heal the scars left by such a tragic loss. The scars left by July 29th won't heal quickly, but the families and survivors hold a resilient hope that someday the pain will ease and the memories of their loved ones will be honored with justice. They seek closure, not revenge, but answers. And as the inquest unfolds, Southport watches, holding its breath, hoping that justice will bring peace to those who have suffered in unimaginable ways. For now, the focus remains on uncovering the full scope of Rudakubana's motivations, the extent of his intentions with the Ricin, and understanding the circumstances that led to this horror. This story is not just a tale of crime. It's a harrowing reminder of the human cost of violence, the enduring pain of loss, and a community's resilient quest for truth in the aftermath.